All right, brothers, what's going on? I have I have two videos of paternity that I want to show you real quick. So before I even start with that, I talk a lot about paternity testing that it should be mandatory in the United States. Um, it is not mandatory, which is kind of sad because I honestly believe that if they made DNA tests mandatory in the United States, it would fix a lot. It would at least fix a lot of the problems um, in our so-called black community. But anyway, before I even start the video, I wanted to show you guys something real quick on certain things, like you know. So I had looked up certain things about paternity fraud, and one of the things that I saw was that between 17 to 33% of DNA tests that are done, it comes back to show that is negative, that's not the father. So that may sound low, but that's a lot of men, and those are the ones that actually take the test. So not everybody's taking the test. Something else that I saw on here was about how like the percentage of men that don't even have kids. And if I look, let me see if I can find it. It says, I think is over 50%. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let's see. First, what countries? Let me see. Let's see. How can you find out? No. It was something else that I saw that I wanted to show you guys. All right, another thing. Only one country, the whole world, only one country, which is Kuwait, that makes that where it's mandatory or is required for men to take a DNA test. Kuwait is the only country where it is mandatory. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to the video. And this, as you can see, there's a white lady that she's going to test the man that she says allegedly that is the father of her child. Now, brothers, when you see this, I don't even have to even go through this whole case, and you'll see the answer before we even get to the end. But the reason why I'm showing this is because I want you to see how a woman will take a lie to the grave. She will take a lie to the grave. So let's go ahead and get into this video, and I'll be chiming in throughout the video.
Plaintiff Rachel Avalos says when she was dating the defendant, she admits that she was abusing meth, but she insists she never cheated on him. Rachel claims the defendant does not believe he is the father of her 14-year-old son, who was with Rachel in court. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test to erase his doubts once and for all.
Now, brothers, I hope y'all heard that. The commentator claims, as according to her, she's never cheated on the guy that she says that is the father. But let's go ahead and continue.
Defendant Charlie Hughes says he loves Rachel's son and always will, no matter what the DNA test proves today. Charlie claims he has always been in Rachel's son's life and has even been paying child support, but he does not believe he is the child's biological father.
And brother, he's been paying child support. Keep in mind, the child is 14 years old. He's been paying child support, I think, since the child was either 2 or 3. And he's had doubts that this wasn't his child. Why wouldn't you take a DNA test? Why wait 14 years?
Ma'am, you are petitioning the court today for a DNA test.
Yes.
And we're glad to accommodate it. Folks, as I always say, come to us when they want to clarify family matters, particularly by way of paternity tests, because they are very expensive. So we like to provide that. And also it helps bring families together. So,
By the way, brothers, the DNA test costs between $150 to $500 depending on what state you're in or where you get it from. They're expensive.
let me hear from you. Give me some background on what we're doing today.
Well, first of all, I understand why he thinks that Sonny is not his.
He thinks that is?
Yes.
How do you know? When did he tell
Every
you that?
time he's angry, he tells me that.
How many years back?
From the time Sonny was little.
Is this
Brothers, look at him and look at the alleged father. Brothers, let me tell you something. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see that this ain't his child. But we'll get to the results. But I just want you to listen to how the woman convinces herself that this is his child and the lies that she will put on. So it ain't just, and here's the thing, brother, it's the American woman. America is poisonous. And a lot of these women are just sucking down that poison and putting it on to their children. Why would you even bring this child to court anyway?
Is Sonny with us?
Yes, he's
All right. How old is he? How old are you?
14.
14. And little as in what years?
Like 3 or 4.
Okay, hopefully he's never told him that, has he?
No, he told me.
All right. He gets angry and says that to you.
Yeah.
Defendant Charlie New does not believe he is the biological father of the plaintiff's 14-year-old son, but the plaintiff insists he is. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove it.
I mean, people
Well-
get angry and say things they don't mean, but
Well-
sometimes they grab things and they just distort it. But they say, okay, I know he is, but let me just say this out of anger because I know this is what is going to tick her off the most because there's something there that can go either way. And I know he's my son, but let me just say this to tick her off in the worst way. You don't think he was doing that?
Well, he's been, sometimes even when he's not angry, sometimes he'll say that Sonny doesn't look like him, that Sonny's got darker skin than him.
Okay.
And I know for a fact that he's the father because I did not sleep with anybody else when I was in a
14
relationship
years
with
ago.
him.
Did you hear that? She knows for a fact that he is that he's the father. And again, brothers, Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see that that ain't his child. But a woman will stick with a lie. She doesn't even know. Or she probably does know. Or maybe she doesn't know. And keep in mind, brother, she was on drugs. So she don't know who she slept with.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I did hang around bad people and do drugs, though.
What type of drugs?
Meth.
The toughest type of drugs. How long were you on crystal meth?
From the time I was 17 till I was 21.
All right. And how long ago was that? 21. How long
Well,
have
I'm
you been off?
36 now.
36 now?
Yeah.
So you've been off 15 years.
Yeah.
Around the time your son was born?
Yeah.
That may also have given him that impression. But why did you all wait 14 years to clarify paternity?
Because I'm tired of hearing it. I don't
Okay.
want to hear it anymore. I want closure.
Okay.
I want my son to know that that's his father, and I want Charlie to know that that's his
But
son.
how did your son know it was coming up during you all's arguments? I don't know if you should have shared that with your son, knowing that,
Yeah.
that you all saying it in the heat of an argument. All right, so just FYI to families and parents out there, don't share your arguments with your children because you all are probably just making stuff up on each other. Sir, you give me some background on this.
Yes, I did talk about Sunny a lot when I compare up Sunny. I told her about Sunny doesn't look like me, and every time I brought Sunny, to my apartment, and a lot of guys, you look Sunny, say like that. Say Sunny not look like me.
They would say that. Some
Yeah.
of the guys.
And I love Sunny no matter what they say, but I love Sunny very much. It doesn't matter what way he says, I always love him. I have great relationship with him.
Brothers, again, look at him and look at the son. Does that look like his son? I would have now if that was his. Now if the mother was a colored woman, aka black woman, I probably would have said maybe. That's a white woman. And I'm still trying to figure out, like, why didn't this guy take a DNA test? Why wait 14 years? If you had doubt from almost day one, why would you not take a DNA test, brothers? Let's continue.
I have been paid child support.
So you all haven't been together since when?
Since 2004.
How long?
2004.
So you've been paying child support since 2004?
Yes.
Okay. Voluntarily?
Before it was court ordered, but he started doing it voluntarily, and the child support left him alone after that.
And see, those are all good signs. You never fought against child support. You're doing it voluntarily, and you did say you'll always love him, whatever the outcome is,
Yeah.
and be a part of his life, perhaps, because you've been 14 years a part of his life. But that's up to you. I can't tell you
Yes.
one way or the other. You may be resentful of the case if it's not true. But I must say that a lot of people take on that belief that since the child doesn't look like them, that there's question about the paternity. And what most people, or many people, don't realize is that genetics and the looks jump generations. What is your ancestry?
I was born as Vietnam Civil War. A lot of American soldiers went there.
So your parents were both Vietnamese?
My father American soldier.
American soldier.
My mom
African
Vietnamese.
American?
No, he's Spanish.
Spanish?
And I
Do you know whether he ever, or his ancestors ever intermingled? Spanish and African American, or Spanish and Africans? You do know or you don't?
I don't.
The Latino or Spanish father could have certainly, one of his ancestors in the past, intermingled with an African American or someone with a darker complexion. You have many Spanish folks who have, particularly in Latin America and in the islands, who are much darker than you. They're like my complexion. Went over to Cuba, and the majority of the people look like they have my complexion. Go over to some of the islands, many of them have my complexion. And go over to Mexico, many of the people have my complexion. Because the fact is, slavery occurred throughout the world, and meaning folks intermingled with Africans who were over here as a result of slavery, or who were in other Caribbean islands as a result of slavery. And so I don't think you can just tell by one generation of comparison. In fact, I know you can't. Science says you can. I'm just not, my opinion, that's what science says, that looks and genetics jump generations in many instances. It may be the case for you too.
Well, look at me and look at Sonny.
That's my point. I'm about to get to you. Do you have any African American ancestors that you know of?
There's one black person in my family that I know of.
One black person in her family that she know of. The only thing that I could think of is that she's talking about the black man that she had sex with. I don't know what she's talking about. And she's really trying to convince convince the audience and that other man, the defendant, that he's the father. But Judge Mathis, that was a very good history lesson. But again, Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can both see that ain't his child. But let's continue.
Could very well be the case, sir. Yeah, all right. You all need to learn a little more about paternity, genetics, and those who come before us, so that you don't hurt your child's feelings. Let's be clear on that.
Well, either way, he's handsome.
That's right.
Right.
He is. He is. Yeah.
Listen, that boy ain't worried about none of that. He want to know if he's the father or not. Again, I don't understand why she would bring that boy to court. But let's continue.
Defendant Charlie New does not believe he is the biological father of the plaintiff's 14-year-old son, but the plaintiff insists he is. So she petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove it.
All right, young man, you want to say anything? You don't have to. All right, good enough. Let's see. The paternity, and whose name is on the birth certificate?
Charlie's and mine.
Did you throw that in her face regularly, as she says? Question it and say he's not my child?
Not all the time.
Hey, well, I'll let you read it.
The defendant.
Yep.
What?
Not my son.
What? Are you serious?
Hand her the papers. Okay. Perfect. And look at the more precise analysis.
I hate these commercials, but anyway. Now she's in shock. She's in shock. And I don't even know why.
So he's not the father. I'm sorry. But you're always going to be the father.
You know, that really makes no sense for her to even say that. You'll always be the father. What about the son? What about the son? But again, brothers, she took it to the grave. I mean, I'm sorry, she didn't take it to the grave, but she walked in saying that it's a fact that he's the father. But watch what she said, because she even said that she's only been with him.
Because you've been there for Sonny the whole time.
Of course. Never change my feeling for him.
Okay.
I can take bullets for him, don't worry about it. About much I keep paying child support and take care of something.
I'm gonna keep him with you too. You're his father.
You know, when I host...
You're not going to even take responsibility to even look for the biological father. So this man here spent all that money paying child support on a child that he had a feeling that wasn't his, and the only thing she can say is, you're still his father. What about the son? Because he's always going to because he's going to wonder who his biological father is. And he's hurt.
But Sonny was born, I promise I protect him.
That's terrible. I'm sorry. I thought you were the father. I didn't know I did anything, but I guess all those drugs made me not know what I was doing.
That's what...
All those drugs made her feel what she didn't know what she was doing when she was taking all those drugs, but yet when she walked into the court, she said that he was the father 100%. Brothers, this is why DNA tests should be mandatory. After looking up, the only country where it is mandatory is Kuwait. The only country in the world where DNA test is mandatory. I'm telling you, brothers, if DNA test was mandatory in the United States, I guarantee that a lot of the women would probably make better decisions on who they sleep with. They'll probably still be acting the fool just a little bit, but it will probably fix some of the problems. It will probably be a little bit more difficult for you to just be able to just sleep with a woman, because they're gonna make better choices.
I feel it.
Well, no matter what, you're his father, and you're on his birth certificate. You are his father. Blood isn't everything.
Why don't you all show a little love? Give each other hugs at least. Show a little love, sir.
That little love ain't gonna help. That man is hurt. And again, you still got the son.
I love you.
What's up, honey?
He's still your dad. He's still your dad. Go hug him.
Okay, I will wait. I'm not updating you, okay? I'll wait to pick you up. I'll be there for you until I die, okay?
I'm sorry, son.
We recently spoke with both plaintiff Rachel Avalos and defendant Charlie New, who each told us that soon after getting the DNA results, they stopped speaking to one another. Rachel told us that she never was able to find out who Sonny's father was. But
All them drugs he was messing with. But brothers, I still got one more I want to show you real quick, because this ain't it. I'm gonna show you something else. Now, brothers, this one, let me tell you something. This might be the first time I've ever seen.
plaintiff Aaron Dorsey.
Let me tell you something, bro. This might be the first time I've ever seen where they did a DNA test on two men to find out who the father is. Two men. So now first we did the white girl, and now we did a black woman. So we're about to see the similarities of the American woman. It don't even matter about race no more. So let's get to it.
Plaintiff Aaron Dorsey dated the defendant, and he was at the hospital when their son was born in 2009. However, Aaron says the defendant then claimed he wasn't the father, and he suspects the defendant's witness, her ex-boyfriend, may be the father. So he petitioned the court for a paternity test. He's suing for a bill and emotional distress. Defendant Kia Newell denies ever cheating on Aaron and claims while they were together, he was extremely violent.
Now, brothers, we got another woman. We got another woman that claims that that he is the father and that she never cheated on him. The first woman said the same exact thing. She said that it is a fact that he's the father. And guess what? He wasn't the father. But again, that first one, we already saw that. I told you. I'm going to repeat it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder both saw that wasn't his child. But let's get to this one, because it ain't one, but it's two men that are getting tested for a child that is allegedly theirs. One of them is the baby father. So let's see which one the baby father is.
He claims he abused her nearly every day of their relationship, and she insists Aaron is the father of her son.
Tell me what happened. Me and Kia started as neighbors. We then began dating like around 2005.
Okay.
Once we started dating, everything started going downhill. I had suspicions that she was cheating on me. She'll leave with no money, come home with money. She'll leave with a bag of clothes, come home with a change of clothes on. I then felt like
Maybe she was a gambler. She went to the casino, won, then went to the store to buy some clothes to celebrate.
yeah, but you know, clothes that you buy at the store come with receipts and with tags. None of that.
Brothers, let me say something real quick. As a matter of fact, hold on.
Maybe she bought them from a booster. She bought them hot. Go ahead.
We then had a son in 2009. I was at the hospital when he was born. I signed the birth certificate. I felt like he was my son at the time.
Now, brothers, I've said this plenty of times, and it's up to you if this is what you want to do. You see that right there? You see where that arrow's at? She has a tattoo on her chest, right above her breast. Brothers, y'all better leave them women alone with tattoos on their chests. It already it talks about that in the Bible, but I know 99.9% of y'all don't believe in the Bible, and that's up to y'all. I don't care, but it's in Numbers. Brothers, you are not supposed to be putting tattoos on your chest at all, or I'm sorry, on your body. All them piercings and all that stuff, you're not supposed to do all that. The only piercing that you're supposed to have, when a man and woman, you could put a piercing in your nose and you could put a piercing in your ears. So all them other holes you got in your body where you put piercings at, it ain't supposed to be there, brothers. But that's up to you. It's your body. You can do whatever you want. Just be able to suffer the consequences. Let's continue.
Afterwards, I started to get texts, calls of her telling me that Rashad is not my child. This is why
You all lived together at some point?
We did.
When?
Around 2007, 2008.
Okay. What was that like living with him?
I think I'd have been better in the park somewhere.
Why?
Now, brothers, y'all heard that. Let me tell you something. It even talks about that in the Bible too. About living. Sometimes it's better. And you know what? I know I'm gonna misquote this Bible verse because I got my Bible, but I really don't feel like pulling out. It's better to live on a roof by yourself than to live with a angry woman, or AKA agent of chaos and confusion. Brothers, there are men that don't even want to even come home from work because they know that they are going to get in some mess with their wife or their girlfriend, because their girlfriends are agents of chaos and confusion. A lot of our women today don't bring you peace. They bring you chaos. And for what? Believe me, brother, I was one of them guys that used to want to stay late at work because I did not want to come home to my ex-wife because I knew she was an agent of chaos. I'm just keeping it real, brothers. It's better to live on a roof, even if it's raining. It's better to live on a roof than with an angry woman. This man said he would rather live in a damn park outside than to be at home with his woman. That's sad. But let's continue.
There was just so much going on. There was a lot of going on. Like I say, the cheating. Men would come pick her up from home and take her away from home.
Defendant Kia Newell insists the plaintiff fathered her son, but the plaintiff has doubts. So both the plaintiff and Kia's boyfriend, who's in court today, took a paternity test.
You see the men pull up?
I see this with my own two eyes.
Before she leaves out, you see the car with the man?
No, she'll go around the corner instead of them picking her up.
How would you see him if he's around the corner?
Oh, I follow her.
Okay, so you did see him around the corner.
Correct.
All right. Did you ever say anything?
Yeah, I did.
Before they pull off?
No, I've confronted her. I felt like I didn't have anything to say to the men
That's
because
true.
That's not, that's
correct.
So I confronted her. I actually told her.
What did she tell you?
Brothers, y'all heard that? He went and confronted his woman instead of confronting the man. A lot of our women will put you in a life death situation with another man. Brothers, you never. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the woman, you fight for your woman, but you never fight. Let me see how I can put that. Let me rephrase that, brothers. You could when it comes to protection, you fight. You will protect your woman, but don't ever fight another man for your woman if she's playing you like that, brother. You got to get rid of these women. You got to get rid of him. And if he had his own place, which I'm not sure if he did or not, but if you have your own place and your woman's doing something like that, get rid of her. Brothers, there is way too many women out here for you to be dealing with one agent of chaos. And to you brothers that want to get extra women, hey, I commend you, but you better be ready to deal with all that headache. Most of our brothers can't even deal with one headache. You don't need to be dealing with multiple headaches, brothers, if you are not built for that. But let's continue.
She loved me. It's either, I told her, it's either me or her friends.
When did you all
And
break?
y'all saw that she laughing. She think it's funny. She think it's funny, brothers.
Break up.
Quite some while ago. I want to say like 2008, 2009. I couldn't deal with it no more.
Give me a particular incident. Something happened.
Okay, her witness that's here today, I actually got into it with him. I've talked to him numerous of times. I asked him, could you know?
Where'd you know him from?
From her.
He was
is
one of the ones
guys
coming
that
to
come
pick her up.
Yes. He's one of the guys that come and picks
So
her.
you said, can you stop picking my woman up?
Just like that. We had a conversation, a grown man conversation.
Brother, y'all see, she think it's funny. I'm telling you, brother, these women will have you 6 feet deep. You have two men fighting over a woman, and for no reason. And guess what? You got one that's gonna be 6 feet deep. You might have one behind bars, and guess what she's gonna be doing? She's gonna find another dude and start giving him sloppy toppy and start the process all over again. I'm telling you, a lot of our women don't care about nobody but themselves. They only care about self. They are selfish. Very selfish. That's why, and I've said this before, that's why the Most High gave them the maternity DNA, so that way they could care about somebody else besides themselves. Look at the women now that are quote unquote independent. They only care about self. Even the ones that have children, some of them don't even care about their own child or their children. I'm not making this stuff up, brother. You can see it for yourself.
Between one another. The conversation went into an agreement. After a while, it just wouldn't stop. So I felt like I had to leave.
Good. You sound like a very tolerant guy. I'm glad to hear that.
Y'all hear that? The judge said he sounded like a very tolerant guy. Guess what? A lot of black men will tolerate this nonsense. We're probably the only race that will tolerate. A lot of these other races are not going to tolerate this mess with the colored women. They're not good. The white man ain't really going to tolerate. They might, but not too much. Any other race, they're not going to tolerate that. Only black men, black American men, will probably tolerate this nonsense. And it's sad because we don't set standards. That's including myself. We got to set standards, black man. We have to set standards. Because in order for the black woman to get in line, you got to get in line first. And I'm going to continue to say stuff like that. Let's continue.
Many people would react violently. I'm glad you reacted in the way you did. Ma'am, those are some very serious allegations that while you all lived together, you repeatedly had men come to you all's place and pick you up, men that you were seeing.
No, me and Aaron had been separated.
Y'all heard that? She don't even care. Me and Aaron been separated. So she could do it. So the woman could do whatever she wants and all she gets is a slap on the wrist. Let's continue.
Separated after my son was born. Me and Aaron dated in like 2005. He was homeless. You know, he abusive. He's very abusive.
How was he abusive?
Homeless and abusive. So she already gonna down him anyway, cause a lot of our women look at us as pieces of shit anyway. One day, oh, I love my black man. Then the very next day, with the same mouth, F you, nigga. You ain't shit. But let's continue.
Aaron hit me in my back one day. He hit me in my back so hard I had to go to the hospital. My kidneys almost collapsed.
Why?
Because he's a violent person. He had a very bad temper.
You all had to have an argument. Hold on.
I don't know what happened.
You don't know what the
we was
argument-
just in the room one day. We was playing around, and I guess he got for real. He
Playing
punched
around
me.
how?
Wrestling,
Okay.
and he punched me hard, and I had to be rushed to the hospital.
You all were together for 4 years.
Yeah.
How often would he physically abuse you?
And it was every day.
Every day?
Every day.
He would physically abuse you.
Every day.
Can you multiply 365 times 4?
1,460.
Out of the 1,460 times that he physically assaulted you, did you press charges against him one
Yes,
time?
I did. I
And what
had Aaron
happened?
locked up.
Out of the 1,460 times, how many times was he found guilty?
I just dropped the case.
Judge.
Okay, you dropped the case,
Mhm.
so you played with the court system. You see, I'm not letting you play with me. Wrong judge.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Y'all see, and she's still smiling. See, brothers, this is a joke to her. This is a joke. And the woman has no problem going out trying to call the cops on you. They will use the Caucasian man to get you in line. That's what, when they can't control you, they are going to get the people that oppress you. A lot of our women are actually teaming with the white man, brothers, and putting you behind bars. Every day she got assaulted, every single day she got assaulted, according to her, over 3 years. All right, but yet she stayed with him and had a child for him. But you know what, brothers? I'm not really going to blame her too much. He has to take responsibility overall because he dealt with that. You have to understand, brother, that most of our women have a childlike mentality. So, brothers, we got to do better here. We have to do better because at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one ending up behind bars or 6 feet deep. And don't forget, brother, we still got this other brother here that's sitting down. Again, both of these brothers are going to be taking a DNA test to find out who's the father, which is sad.
So, now let's get to the electric bill and the emotional distress you're suing her
Okay,
for.
the electric bill comes from ComEd. We stay with her mom. Me and her
With her
mom never
mother.
had agreement on nothing. But it's in Maya's name.
All right, you have it? All right, it was in your name. And why are you suing her for it?
She sent me a text one day, 04/19/2012, which was this year. She said in the text that I would never be able to get a gas bill nor a cable bill in my name. Called me a dummy, such a fool, and everything.
All right,
And
so
I
you're
was-
saying she admitted doing?
Yes,
Ma'am,
I was.
what do you want to tell me about the light bill?
You can look at the light bill and see. You know, I wasn't probably nothing but 17, 18 years old. I wasn't a house owner or anything. My mother took him in. You feel me? And
I don't feel you.
okay, well, my mama took him in. And
Why is her mother taking you in, brother? Brothers, we got to do better than this. This is why I tell you, black men, you men, especially you black men, to get your shit together. Y'all shouldn't even be, you should not, if you don't, listen, brother, if you ain't got no career, if you ain't got no car, if you ain't got no place to stay, you should not be engaging in any type of relationship at all. Again, brother, you should not be engaging in no type of relationship if you don't have your shit together. I'm telling you now, the woman is going to treat you like a child if she has to take care of you. And it's even worse at the fact that this brother had to move in with her mother. So she doesn't have no respect for you. That's why she running around with other men. And I'm going to assume that the men are older. And if what the brother said, where he said that she was coming back with money and clothes, that's exactly what she was doing. Brothers, If she doesn't feel that she's getting taken care of by the man that she's with, she is going to find somebody else to do it for you. And she will replace you. I'm telling you, brothers, a lot of our women are like female praying mantises. They'll have sex with you, and then they'll bite your damn head off and move on to the next male. Y'all better stop playing these games and get your standards together.
And he agreed. My mama said, Aaron, you got to do something because, you know, you're not doing anything. You can't live here rent free. She do everything she can do for me, him, and whoever else live with her. So Aaron said, okay, what you need me to do? She said, okay, you can either get a link card or you can get a bill put in your name. He chose to get the bill put in his name. Now, him and my mama had some type of agreement. I don't know. But...
Sir, that sounds more reasonable. That the agreement would be with the homeowner, not with her. How does the agreement come to be with her? She wasn't the homeowner.
Now, I talked to her mom. Her mom actually texted me and told me she never put anything in my name.
Defendant Kia Newell insists the plaintiff fathered her son, but the plaintiff has doubts. So both the plaintiff and Kia's boyfriend, who's in court today, took a paternity test.
So, you never made the agreement with her mother, and you don't know how it came into your name.
I really don't.
She's saying, thanks to you, I got good cable. What does she mean by I got good cable?
I assume that she has something in my name now.
Gotcha. What did you mean by this, man?
Aaron and his girlfriend have been playing on my phone, and he has this belief that I don't have my own. He think that I'm some bum in the street. I say I got gas, light, cable, and all that, and in my name, and that's what that meant.
No, you degraded him about not having it and not being able to get any, and you said, boy, that was so easy. What is that about? Okay, well that implies that it was easy to steal his name
No, I did
and to
not
use
steal
it. You
this,
say
boy.
you don't know. I'm telling you what this implies, and that's what I believe. How does she owe you? How does she owe you for emotional distress?
While I was in Iowa, the whole time I'm in Iowa, she constantly calls me. She sends me pictures, like videos of her doing things to other people, pictures of other people.
Okay, why'd you have to look at them?
I didn't know what they were.
Okay, but once you saw the first one, why'd you look at the second one?
I didn't know what it was.
Go ahead,
usually is
sir.
okay.
Go ahead, sir.
I'm gonna say
Emotional distress, sir, other than her sending you pictures after you saw the first one, you continued to look. I don't know why you thought they would be different. What you think the next one would be, a picture of her in church?
no of my.
Go ahead, sir.
She usually.
What is your emotional distress?
I petitioned the court for a paternity test.
Okay.
She
Why you saying the
called-
child is his?
Yes.
All right, and that's your belief too?
No, yes.
Oh.
Now y'all heard that. She said that the child is his. This brother here believed that the child is his, the one that her witness, her boyfriend. So again, brother, you have two men that are taking a DNA test. This right here, this whole situation here can get one of these brothers killed. And y'all have no idea. And I already said it before. One goes to jail, one is 6 feet deep, and guess what she's doing? She's going to start the whole process over again. Brothers, we got to make better decisions on who we impregnate. We all do. And to all you brothers that don't have kids, I'm telling you right now, if you do play, you better, whatever woman you get with, you have a sit down talk with her and let her know that whatever child, that if y'all plan on having a child, that you want to take a DNA test. If she asks why, you tell the truth. I gotta protect myself. Because the courts don't care about you, brother. All they care about is a dollar sign. You have to protect yourself. That's why you take it a DNA test. If she don't like it, there's another woman out there, brothers. These women can be replaced just like that, just in a snap. Let's continue.
Okay, you believe it was his. All right, and you petitioned a paternity test?
Yes, sir.
We should have gotten you to take one. Did you take one?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
I did.
good. Excellent. You took one as well. Go on and get the test. We're going to see who
So you got an OG and a youngin', two of them taking a DNA test, brothers. I wonder which one is the father.
See who's baby. She said, yes, it's yours. And how long have you been dating the witness?
We not together.
Oh, okay. Have you ever dated him?
Yes, we have.
All right, when was that?
Or been around the corner.
2009.
She was in that car around the corner. 09? For how long?
Probably up to a year.
1 year. All right.
May I say something, Judge?
Yes, sir. Stand up. State your name. State
My
your
name is William Booker.
Uh-huh.
And the only reason why I took this test was generally for him because he accused her of me and we were friends, and I know that that's not my baby, so I did this for his peace of mind. I mean, that mainly, okay? That's it.
Well, she doesn't know whose the baby is. 0 chance is Mr. Booker's. 0 chance is Mr. Dorsey.
Now, brothers, so now she got to find out who the father is. Neither of these brothers are the child's father. Neither of them. And this could have ended up bad if one of them was the father. This could have ended up bad if he was the father. It could have ended up bad because here's the thing. The other brother signed a birth certificate. So now he's responsible for that child. Brothers, it is important, especially in today's time, the way things are with these women, and it's just, and they're sexual, the way they are very sexual out here, brothers. You can walk down the street and a lot of these women are half naked. They don't care. They are, I don't even know, you seen the slut walk with Amber Rose. Brothers, and the thing is, a lot of our women, especially our women of color, they have nice assets, but they don't want to be covered up because they want everybody to see what they're working with. But again, bro, this could have ended up bad. So now you got two men. Neither of them are the father, but the plaintiff signed that birth certificate. So now he's hurt. He's hurt.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day, sir. Good luck to you.
I don't know what you read. I don't know why you still reading that. It ain't that. The numbers, the wording ain't gonna change, man. You better go find a biological father. And brother, to the plaintiff, I hope that, I don't know how old that child is, but I advise you to go and try to get your name off that birth certificate. It probably gonna cost you thousands of dollars.
I'm hurt.
What's going through your head right now?
I'm just glad it's all over with. I can move on with my life. I really appreciate y'all bringing me on this show.
We recently spoke with defendant Kia Newell, who told us that although she and plaintiff Aaron Dorsey never got back together, he did move in with Kia 3 months after their case was heard. However, Kia claims Aaron stole from her while living together, so he moved out and they haven't spoken in 2 years. We tried reaching Aaron, but were unable to do so. So Aaron, if you're watching.
Listen, brothers, that's pretty much it. I ain't gonna stay on here too long, but I just wanted just to give y'all this because I wanted to show y'all that, you know, there was somebody earlier that wanted to compare black women and white women, and it goes to show you that they're pretty much the same when it comes to their lies. Nothing changes. So basically, brothers, and I'm not saying all, but I'll say like 99.9% of our women in America are great actors. They're actors. That's all they are. They are actors. So brothers, continue. Push for mandatory DNA tests. I promise you, And I'm not just talking, it ain't just black women. I'm or the black community. America, brothers, y'all better get this shit fixed. Get that DNA test mandatory. But that's pretty much it. That's all I got. But you brothers, y'all keep it real. You know what I'm saying? One love. Peace.